Hello everybody again. I'm going to give you another little quick update on my Gypsy Caravan project. I've got the roof started, so I just wanted to show you. It's not done. I just wanted to kind of give you, before I get it completely covered over, show you how I'm putting it together, and it'll be a little easier to explain when you can actually see it. So around here, and here it is. So you can see I've got the top part all painted up now. It doesn't have trim on it yet, but I've got this same thing I did for the bottom. It's just got this sort of multi-tone kind of rust, mustard, orangey yellow kind of a. I was kind of going for a Tuscan villa sort of look. It ended up looking a little bit more like kind of tropical foliage, and I was going to paint some down here in the corners. I'm going to paint some sort of green grass and maybe some pink and purple flowers, and then have some kind of grapevines coming down here with some, nice curlies and some purpley grapes and green grapes, whatever on that. But that'll be later. I'll do that later. But that's kind of the idea. This will be kind of it's like a mobile art studio is what this whole project kind of is. I'm a digital artist, so I'm going to do some traveling and working on my art on the computer, which is the whole point of this. So anyway, okay, so you can see I've got the roof also partially on. If you can see in the sun, it's 105 degrees today in Idaho and very sunny, so it's hard for me to kind of see what the heck's going on the screen here, but I'll do my best. So what I've done is okay, so like I said, the top's painted, put together, wrapped with canvas. I did the same thing as the bottom, so this is the same kind of a paint job. Got the windows cut out, and then on the top I put, okay, let me look inside here. This is my inside. I made these laminated beams, and now you can see I've got them all installed here. They got little cutouts here in the corner. I'll just make it go out of focus, but anyway, there's little cutouts in the walls where each of those sit in. So there's 5 beams, and then the overhead cabinets are, I made the shelf, like I said last time, I made this little shelf, and then for the actuator lift mounts right there, and then put some facing on it of a 3/4 birch ply, and then made some same as the bottom down here. I just kind of used the same process of making little frames and inset paneling, and stained it with a dark walnut polyurethane, and put on the kind of cool rustic hardware, and I'll show you that when I I'll lift the top up here. Again, there's my little lift thing there, and yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to stick it up on, well, before I do that, let me show you the top up here. So once I got the beams on, I stretched over some, this is just headliner material. Go back inside. This right here is just a headliner, like you do in a car. It's got a foam backing on it. It's a fabric on the inside, just kind of a nice, soft, white. And on this side up here, it's foam. It's like 1/4 inch foam up here, so it's actually partially insulated as well. So that's stretched over the canvas, and then of course you can see there's a seam, so that's just all stapled along. This will be all covered with marine vinyl, so this doesn't need to be water sealed or anything, but it's just stretched over, and has 2 runs of whatever width that is, 60, 50, 58 inches or whatever width. And then up here I cut these little stringer beams. Let me go on the other side where it's sunnier, so I can see what's going on. Yeah, okay, so I cut these long pieces there's a little splice here, but I just took a 2x2 and cut it at an angle, so I actually got 2 pieces out of each one, 2 lengths, and then sanded that down smooth here, so it's got a nice edge to it there, and did the same angle as what the beams are. And then I just ran another that's over the top of the headliner's all stapled in, and so then I just cut it off. And then the beams go over the top of that. They're screwed in over the top of that headliner, so it's stapled. I didn't glue under that. It's not necessary. It's just stapled really good, and then these are screwed in on top of it to hold that. Fabric is all really in place. So then I just took 5 pieces of this lath and I glued them together, and then just screwed it down, starting in the middle and just working my way out. I just put see if you can see here, just little screws in to hold them down. So that's actually glued and setting up now, and I just cut them off so they they don't have to be like tight here or anything, because it's going to be all covered over. There'll be insulation in between. I got 1 inch, so this is 1 inch, so I got 1 inch of insulation will go over that, and then the marine vinyl will stretch over the top of that and come down. It'll be stapled around the edge, and then pieces of trim over the top of that, so it'll all be sealed. And this will all have trim like the bottom, the corners and all the edges, and there'll be a nice round arched wood trim there. So that's how and then in the middle there'll be, I've still got more beams. Obviously I've only done the end ones. There'll be 3 more. I'll do 1 in the middle. I'm going to do every other one. So there's 1 here. This is the front of the cabinet, arch beam, center beam, another arch beam, and then 1 here, and then the front of the cabinet. So I'll put this lath over the top of here in the center, and 1 there, so it'll be evenly spaced. I'll have 5 beams that then I'll stretch the canvas over, and on top of that I can mount my solar panel. So anyway, let's go on inside. I'm gonna put this up to 4, put it into full height mode, and I'll just back up here and we'll just watch it go up. So like I said last time, it's a minute and 15 seconds or some odd that it takes for it to lift. You can see it going up slowly, so we'll just walk around it while it's doing that. And if I can keep focused here, this side over here, and again I've got the weather stripping in between, that those will seat together once it's all the way up, and it creates a draft and water seal between the 2 sections of wall. Let me get out here past the gardening area, and I can watch it just go up here. So we got this little hatch and stuff over here. It goes up. I put on the where the lifts mount, I actually put little spacers in there. I put a couple pieces of 1/4 inch oak, which makes the roof actually go up another 1/4 of an inch. So I had that issue where my door here on the side was really close, and I was going to sand it down, but instead of that I just if you can see here, let me get my key out. I think I got a key in my pocket here, and let's see, I can just unlock that. See, now I've got plenty of room. There's no issues with that scraping or any of that stuff, and it seals good. And then of course my outdoor shower here, again I'll put trim around that, but I can get to my outdoor shower and my inlets and stuff easy enough. So okay, so that's the all the way up, and then I'll just show you what it looks like here. Kind of back off, and obviously I still got my doors to build and windows to install and whatnot, but let me get inside here if I can. And then okay, now I also noticed that I took off, remember I had fabric, foam back fabric that I'd put down here. That's not there anymore. The hot sun in the 100-degree weather melted it, and the foam just completely crumpled up and whatever. It was so hot with the sun directly on it. Now I've got this nice canopy over the top, but when I moved the other part, temporary canopy out of the way so I could lift the top, the sun got to it and it just completely melted that foam. So I should probably get something over the top of this here pretty soon too, because it's got foam on the back of it. So that's probably my next super fast project. But anyway, you can see I've got cabinets on the back, and I've got cabinets on the front. And if I can get clear back here to the back, you'll be able to see this is my whole sort of kitchen, front window, and all of that. And there'll be a fan. I got to build a little box So right here in lined up with the door, right in the center, I've got a fantastic fan to stick in there. So I'm just gonna build a really simple little box to go through there and mount that in. It'll be pretty simple. It's an arched roof, so it's not, you know, super simple, but it's not terribly difficult. So that is that's the section where I'm at with the roof right now. I just kind of wanted to show you. Oh, there's one other thing too, I guess. I ran conduit, so this is on the outside. Inside, I'll see if I can. Let me actually. I'm going to lower this. Let's pull this down so I can get to it. So we're gonna. So the cabinets just have magnetic latches on them. Very simple little magnetic catches right here. And they just drop down, and then you just stick them back up. They should hold. I might put a second one in. If they don't, they should stay. I mean, they're pretty. You got to pull pretty hard. Anyway, up here, if I can get back here, you can see I've got a little conduit back in there. I put because I'm going to need to run. So all my solar is going to come in here from the top, and then I'll have my distribution fuse boxes, and it's going to go down through here. I've got some coily cord. Actually, this is how I'm going to make the electricity work for the top and the bottom. It's going to have like curly cord going down here, like truckers use to hook their semis up to, you know, the cab up to the trailer. So it's getting narrow in here, so I have to squat down. But this is, I'll show you how it is when it's all the way down in here too, I guess. This is, I think I hit, yeah, okay, it's gonna go all the way down. Yep, good, okay. So this is what it looks like inside when it's all the way down. And I've got, you know, that much room. There's my seats there. So there's a fair amount of room. I mean, this is gonna be my bed here, so I can put the top down at night. And so, okay, so right now I'm just actually sitting, and my head just is like sort of right even with the top of the roof. Of course, I don't have my cushions in yet, but it's high. It's plenty of room in here to actually just sit with the top down. Of course, there's no windows, but that'll be nice if it's nasty weather out and really windy, and it doesn't have to go all the way down either. I mean, I've got different settings, like 2, I think I just did. I don't know, like 10 inches or something maybe. So it's just a little higher. And then I did for 3, I did so the windows are just to the level of the countertop. So there's like 4 different settings I have right now, depending on how tall, because I don't really necessarily always need it to be all the way up. I think maybe 15 inches, I guess, is what I probably did. If you can see there, I don't know if you can see, I should stop at 15. Yeah, it slows down, and we'll stop 15. Yeah, 14.9, whatever. Okay, so yeah, so here's just, this is, I can stand up with at that. So the window's halfway up. I can actually stand up in here at that height, which makes it easier for me to, you know, get to the cabinets and all that. And same thing on the back. I put, you know, got this wire loom is what this is, so I ran that in. So I'll be able to run, so there's power going to be coming in on both sides. I'm going to have 2 solar panels on the roof on each side, and then 1 over each window. So 3 solar panels coming in front, 3 coming in the back. And then, like I said, there'll be this curly, you know, stretchy cord. So that's how it's going to work for the electricity to get from the top where the solar panels come in down into the bottom where all my batteries and my charge controllers and all that will be down here, and also just a straight 12 volt distributed out to, I got some LED lights I'm going to put around, and then I got some little puck lights I'm going to put, little round ones. They'll go underneath the cabinets there on both the front and the back, and so I need, you know, wiring to run down either side. And how I did that was, let me crawl out. Oops, I'm going to have to lower it down again, sorry. Just grab my little step stool. Sorry for the horrible filming there. Yeah, it's too tall now for me. Okay, it's coming down. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, there we go. So there's the wire loom I just ran down, and I just, you know, this is inside the cabinet now. So this got a little hole in there. And again, this is going to be marine vinyl over the top of the whole thing. So so this just goes down. That's where how that comes out in there. So I can just run wire through that on either side easily enough to get power from the front to the back, and maybe speaker wires if I want to put some speakers in the back cabinets. I can have surround sound or something in those corner spaces. I sort of left a little extra room on the, you know, sort of corner section here that I could maybe put some speakers in. But anyway, yeah, okay, so I think that's probably it for now. So the next thing is I just get to put the insulation on. I've got some of that foil backed, both fiberglass, and I've actually got some of that, can't remember what they call it, but it's Reflectix or whatever. That's like bubble wrap, basically, foil line. So that's reflective heat. It keeps that light reflected off. And of course, there are going to be solar panels over the top too, so there really isn't going to be a lot of heat. I mean, they're huge solar panels. They're bigger than these windows. So, like I said, I've got they're big enough to use as awnings for these. They're 220 watt solar panels, and I got 6 of them, so it's going to be massively powerful. Anyway, that's kind of where I am right now. I just wanted to give you an update before I cover the rest of that stuff up. So I will talk to you whenever I talk to you.